In hundreds of interviews with homeless women over the course of 13 years, only one woman was not sexually abused as a little girl or raped as a young woman. For most of these women, home is a very scary place, a place that they have fled. The shelters are ironically the first places many of them ever find safety, protection, or comfort. This is one woman's story as she told it. What's not in the story is the fact that this woman met another woman in the shelter, and they fell in love. And through their love, they both got out of the shelter system.
Memory, December 1965, 5 years old. My mama tells me in a scary, loud, life-threatening voice to stop scratching my Coochie Snorcher. I get terrified. I scratched it off down there. I do not touch myself again, even in the bath. I'm scared of the water getting in and filling me up so I explode. I put band-aids over my coochie to cover up the hole, but they fall off in the water. I imagine a stopper, a bathtub plug up there to prevent things from entering me. I sleep with 3 pairs of happy hot pattern underpants on underneath my snap-up pajamas. I still want to touch myself sometimes, but I don't. Memory, 7 years old. Edgar Montaigne, who is 10, gets angry with me and punches me with all his might right between my legs. Feels like he breaks my entire self. I limp home. I can't pee. Mama asks me what's wrong with my Coochie Snorcher, and when I tell her what Edgar did to me, she yells at me and says never to let anyone touch me down there again. I try to explain. He didn't touch it, Mama. He punched it. Memory, 9 years old. I play on my bed, bouncing and falling, and impale my Coochie Snorcher on the bedpost. I make high-pitched screaming noises that come straight from my Coochie Snorcher's mouth. I get taken to the hospital and they sew it up down there from where it's been torn apart. Memory, 10 years old. I'm at my father's house and he's having a party upstairs. Everyone's drinking. I'm playing alone in the basement trying on my new white cotton brown panties my father's girlfriend gave me. Suddenly, my father's best friend, this big man Alfred, comes up from behind, pulls my new underpants down and sticks his big hard penis in my Coochie Snorcher. I scream, I kick, I try to fight him off, but he still gets it in. My father's there then, and he has a gun, and there's a loud, horrible noise, and there's blood all over Alfred and me. Lots of blood. I'm sure my Coochie Snorcher is finally falling out. Alfred is paralyzed for life, and my mama doesn't let me see my father for 7 years. Memory, 13 years old. My Coochie Snorcher is a very bad place. A place of pain, punch, and nastiness, invasion, and blood. It's a site for mishaps. It's a bad luck zone. I imagine a freeway between my legs and I am traveling, going far away from here. Memory, 16 years old. There's this gorgeous 24-year-old woman in my neighborhood and I stare at her all the time. One day she invites me into her car. She asks me if I like to kiss boys and I say I do not like that. Then she says she wants to show me something and she leans over and kisses me so softly on the lips with her lips and She asks me if I want to come over to her house, and then she kisses me again and tells me to relax, to feel it, to let our tongues feel it. She asks my mama if I can spend the night, and my mother's delighted that such a beautiful, successful woman has taken an interest in me. I'm scared, but I can't wait. Her apartment's fantastic. She's got it hooked up. It's the 70s, the beads, the fluffy pillows, the mood lights. I decide right there that I want to be a secretary like her when I grow up. She pours a vodka for herself, and then she asks me what I want to drink. I say the same as she's drinking, and she says she doesn't think my mama would like me drinking vodka. I say she probably wouldn't like me kissing girls either, and the pretty lady makes me a drink. Then she changes into this chocolate satin teddy. She's so beautiful. I always thought bulldaggers were ugly. I say, you look great, and she says, so do you. And I say, but I only got this white cotton bra and panties. And then she changes me into another satin teddy. It's lavender, like the first soft days of spring. The alcohol's gone to my head, and I'm loose and ready. There's a picture over her bed of a naked black woman with a huge afro. She gently lays me out on the bed, and just our bodies rubbing makes me come. Then she does everything to me and my Coochie Snorcher that I always thought was nasty before, and wow. I'm so hot, so wild, and she says, your vagina, untouched by a man, smells so nice, so fresh. I wish I could keep it that way forever. I get crazy wild, and then the phone rings, and of course it's my mama. I'm sure she knows. She catches me in everything. I'm breathing so heavy, and I try to act normal when I get on the phone. And she says, what's the matter with you? Have you been running? And I say, no, mama, exercising. Then she tells the pretty lady to make sure I'm not around any boys, and the lady tells her, trust me, there's no boys around here. Afterwards, she teaches me everything about my Coochie Snorcher. She makes me play with myself in front of her and teaches me all the different ways to give myself pleasure. She is very thorough. She says to always make sure I know how to give myself pleasure, so I will never need to rely on a man. In the morning, I'm scared I've become a butch because I'm so in love with her. She laughs, but I'll never see her again. I realized later that she was my surprising, unexpected, and politically incorrect salvation. She transformed my sorry-ass Coochie Snorcher and raised it into a kind of heaven.